Hi everyone, I'm Nikki from Manchester Yoga Central, and I'm so honoured to be on Echo Flow Yoga YouTube channel today. So we're here at the studio, we've got a nice ambient lighting for you. And the reason for this is this class is going to be all about grounding, finding your centre, and just really slowing down and coming back to this sense of self. So I'm a mother of two, very spirited children, and I've had quite a busy morning this morning, lots of noise, lots of external stimulation. So my nervous system needs a little bit of regulation. So this class is fantastic for busy mothers, or if you really want to ground and really calm down the nervous system. So we're going to do a class that's kind of loosely based on the theory of the stomach and spleen meridian in TCM. We're going to work a little bit, the meridian pathways run down the front of the body. So we're going to do a little bit first of energizing and opening the front of the body for that stomach and spleen pathway, and then go into a little bit more passive poses. If anything feels a little bit too strong, then just listen to your body and take a rest whenever you need to. So we're just going to start off with a little guided meditation. So placing your hands onto your knees and closing down the eyes, taking away this first sense of sight to start to bring that awareness inwards. And as you sit in this position, I want you to feel the weight of the pelvis and the seat bones on the ground. And let's see if we can just do a little sigh together as we inhale and we exhale. We just sigh and we allow the weight of the shoulders, everything we're carrying, to soften. And we'll take that sigh one more time, taking a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale and we sigh, let the shoulders go. We can feel with the hips rooted, we can start to lift up from the crown of the head without losing that connection to the earth. Feeling the spine vibrant and bright. And bring some awareness now to the belly. We're going to relax and soften the belly, but notice the navel rising and falling with those natural breaths as we breathe in and breathe out through the nostrils. As we inhale, feel that belly rising, and as we exhale, feel the belly relaxing. We can even place our hand onto the belly if that's helpful. Allow the forehead and the face to fully relax. And any activity of the brain, of the mind, is just activity of the mind. Let it be there, but let's redirect our focus to our center. Feeling the physical sensation of the breath in the belly. Allow the breath to be at its natural depth and pace. Keep focusing on the breath as we feel it in the belly. The breath is happening right now, in this present moment. We are sitting here together and we are breathing in and we are breathing out. And that is all we're doing. So if the hand's on the belly, place the hand gently onto the knee. And take your awareness just below the navel. And in martial arts, this is called the dantian. This is our power center, the center of our physical body. Also the sacral chakra. So as we breathe here, we may want to start to increase the breath. And we send that breath down to the belly, to the sacral chakra, to the dantian. And we'll stay for 10 more breaths. With each breath, we're coming home to our center and we're coming back to the present moment. I want you to drink in every breath for those last few breaths. Feeling the texture of the breath. Feeling the direction of the breath downwards. Deepening that breath. Slower inhale, slower exhale. And the slowing down the breath can really help to also slow down the brain waves. Last deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Good. We're going to clasp our hands together now and take a nice deep breath in. Just feeling the length in the sides of the body, but at the same time, gently pushing the hips deeper into the earth. So we feel this balance, this yin-yang balance between rooting and grounding down, but also lifting up to the sky. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we're lifting up and over towards the right and rooting your left hip into the ground. So I'm going to mirror you. Bring in some breath into the side of the body. And then inhale back to the center and exhale, lifting up and over to the left, rooting that right hip down into the earth now. Come back to the center, inhale. Exhale, push it a little further, and then inhale as we flip the palms. As we exhale, bring the palms forwards and slightly round that upper back. Taking the navel back to the spine, feeling the dantian energetically. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale, round that upper spine. Really suck the navel in at the very end of the exhale. Inhale. Exhale one last time. Really feel the emptying with the breath. Inhale as we come up, opening those arms out, taking up lots of space. Lower down with that right arm and breathe in and breathe out. Lift up and over, softening the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left arm down, stretching up and over with that right arm. Inhale. Here we're going to turn to the mat. So we've got the long ways of the mat. We'll take the feet flat down. Bring the hands behind you, fingers facing forwards. And just to breathe in now and make lots of space in the front body. So where this stomach meridian channel runs, as if we're really receiving the nourishment from that breath. And we're opening the front body to receive. So take a nice deep inhale here, opening that chest. As we exhale, the chin can come into the chest and we can feel the navel coming back to the spine and slightly lift with the pelvic floor as well. So we're gathering that chi flow into the lower chakras. And then as we breathe in, we open to receive. So the stomach meridian is all about opening to receiving nourishment. It's your time now to take in what you need and to receive. We can stay with this exercise, keeping the hips on the ground. Or if you feel you want to, as we inhale, we can press into the feet and lift the hips into like a tabletop. We don't drop the head back, just sending the eyes to the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhale. We're going to lower the hips. We don't have to lower them completely down. Inhale as we open to receive that deeper breath. And then as we exhale, really empty and lift with your pelvic floor muscles. Navel back to the spine. Inhale. Hold there and breathe. So either with the hips on or off the floor, we're going to keep this opening of the chest, breathing here. And as we exhale, lower the hips down. And we'll just bend the elbows back slightly. And then as we bend the elbows back, try to open the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades together. So we're feeling this lovely space in the chest. Like we really want to receive this breath right now. We really want to take in that ki and that nourishment. And spend a few more moments with the breath. Beautiful. We're going to straighten the legs now. Feel the hip bones rooted down and inhale, reach up to the sky. Now as you exhale, you're going to fold forwards, only slightly. And then roll up to the spine, vertebrae by vertebra. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Relax the head at the bottom. And inhale, roll up through the spine. And one last time, inhale. Push in the soles of the feet away. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, roll up to the spine. Good. We're going to bend the knees. And I want you to come all the way down to the ground. Ready for the bridge pose? And as we lay on the ground, just really feel an equal weight between the left and the right foot. So we can rebalance ourselves from the ground up. Feel an equal weight between the left and the right side of the pelvis. So once we feel that, we'll take a deep breath in, root into the feet. And I want you, as we inhale, just to lift the sacrum off the ground, so the coccyx bone, the very base of the spine, only that. And hold it there to breathe out, lift your pelvic floor. So we're really awakening these lower chakras, and we're awakening our connection to the earth through the feet. Inhale here, as we exhale, we'll lift a little further up. Breathe in here, a little bit of a squeeze of the inner thighs towards each other. Breathe out, lift up a little bit higher. Good. And that little squeeze of the inner thighs towards each other, a bit more weight in the feet, and start to guide the knees forwards. So I want you to really feel it in the lower legs. Hold it here. And if you want to, you can stay, or we can go onto the ball of the right foot. Challenge the balance, so keep both hips in line. And just really feel this connection to the earth. Lower that heel down, come onto the ball of the left foot. Good, lower that heel down and lift up a little higher. We can squeeze the shoulder blades together and clasp the hands together underneath us, opening that chest. But keep pressing through the feet, nice deep breaths as we really open through that stomach channel here. We can push the hips a little bit higher. The stomach meridian runs to the outer edge of the thighs, so feel that opening here. Breathe into it, opening to receive nourishment. Inhale, exhale, slowly lower back down. Just feel each vertebrae of the spine one at a time. And we'll take the legs up into the air. Flex the feet. And this is a really relaxing posture. It's really good to do before bed, actually, this one. So just feel the blood flowing down the other way. And take the hands gently onto the lower belly. And it's like the nourishment and the blood can pull down into our center, where we're going to call it back, away from the extremities and back into our center. So allow your breath to just deepen into the belly. And we'll just stay for 5 breaths here as we breathe into where our hands are, just below the navel center. And the more that we can call presence and awareness back here, the more we can calm the mind and bring that energy flow back to the belly. It's perfectly normal to feel a little bit restless when the yoga is quite slow, because we're changing the rhythm of what your life may have been, but this is really necessary to rebalance. And take one more breath here. Deep breath into the belly. Good, and then we'll bend the knees so you can feel the knees in line with the hips and the shins in line with the ceiling. So this is a Pilates exercise, but I find working the core can also call that energy back to the center. So let's breathe in and just allow that right foot to very gently touch the floor. And as we exhale, bring it back. Keep that space behind the knees. Imagine you've got a tennis ball behind the knees. And then inhale with that right foot. Gently place the foot down. And exhale, bring it back. And let's do a couple more times on each leg. And bring in the awareness. You can really physically feel your center now. So bring your awareness to that sensation. And we're moving from the center, so the legs are really quite light. Tuning into the breath and into that even rhythm. Good, we're going to hug those knees in and just allow the lower back to spread into the ground. We'll hold around the back of your thighs as we rock up. See if we can hold the feet off just for a few moments. And maybe just feeling that boat pose to bring the arms forwards. And we'll roll through the knees or take the legs over to one side. So we're coming to an all fours position. The hands are in line with the shoulders, the knees in line with the hips. And breathe in and open the chest into the cat-cow. And as we breathe out, I want you to really feel that lower belly sucking up into the body. Lift with the pelvic floor also, the Mula Bandha. Inhale, open the chest, relax the belly. So we make this all about the lower half of the body. Exhale, lifting the navel up. Inhale, open the chest. And then as we exhale, take the tailbone down, lifting the navel up to the spine, then tucking the toes underneath, knees just off the floor. Lift that lower belly. Take a nice deep breath in here, and then breathe out and lift those hips up into the air. I want you to soften your knees a little to take the chest closer to the thighs. And take some lovely nourishing breaths that really fill up the space in the rib cage. Maybe as we exhale, we take the hips a little higher. The back of each knuckle into the ground. And take 2 more breaths here, enjoying this spacious pose. We're going to let the knees come back down into the mat. Keep the toes tucked underneath and come all the way back up into like a half camel, which will stimulate the meridians in the front of the leg. So we'll take the hands into the lower back to keep it really nice and safe. So the heels of the hands in the lower rib cage, and kind of really spread this space in that lower back. Squeeze the elbows together. And as we breathe in, just start to lift the chest towards the sky. I want you to squeeze the glute muscles and hinge back. Take some nice breaths here. Stay for 2 more breaths. Feel the thigh muscles engaging. You might want to hinge back a little further. Inhale. And then exhale as we fold down. And just take a child's pose. Bring the forehead towards the ground. Soften here. So I can't see the phone, the time. Nice. Letting the head feel nice and heavy. And slowly roll up through the spine again. We're going to come back up. Now we're going to do an activating pose for the front of the legs now. So bring the hands forwards. I want you to breathe in, and then as you breathe out, we're going to hinge all the way back. And inhale, come back up. And as we exhale, just hinging back, feeling the glutes and feeling the thighs. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hinge back. And then hold here for me. So just feeling the thighs, feeling everything activated in the lower half of the body. And then if we can lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, come all the way down to the ground, taking the forehead down. And just allowing yourself to feel nourished and rested into this solid earth. Let your head rest. Breathing into the back body. Good. As we slowly roll up through the spine again, take the hands onto the ground. Breathe in, open into that cat pose. Tuck the toes underneath as we breathe out and lift the hips up into the air. And I want you to bend the knees and look forwards. We're going to inhale the left foot forwards. Exhale, back knee onto the ground. Keep the back toes tucked underneath. And we'll breathe in and just lift up into a low lunge pose. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other and just feel yourself in your center. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands either side of the front foot, tucking the back toes underneath, downward facing dog. Deep breath here. Soften the knees as we take our right foot forwards. Exhale, back knee down. Inhale, raise up. And just allow yourself to ground here. Bring some awareness to the dantian. Slow breaths. Take the hands either side of the front foot. We'll take the back foot forwards. The outer edges of the feet nice and straight. Come to a forward bend from here as we hold under the elbows and just hang forwards. You can bend those knees, feel the chest closer to the thighs, and almost feel the contact between the belly and the thighs. And as you take those lovely belly breaths, you can feel it here. Bring the weight towards the balls of the feet. And then release with the arms and slowly roll up through the spine. As we take Tadasana, the mountain pose, starting to feel strong and centered here. But lifting that chest and really feeling that connection with the earth. So we're going to breathe in. Now as you breathe out, I want you to feel like on the inhale you're reaching up towards the sky or the light of the sun or the heavens. And as we exhale, we're pushing that into the body. And we're feeling it move all the way down to the soles of the feet. Soften the knees so that channel is flowing easily. Inhale as we reach up. Exhale as we push down. And really feel the feet at the end of the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The next thing we're going to do is breathe in. And as we do this, we're going to gather from the earth. As if we're gathering all those nutrients deep in the soil and the roots of the trees. And we're bringing it up the inner line of the legs. This is like the spleen channel. And we bring it to the belly. And as we exhale, we settle into that kind of yin energy, calling it in. Inhale, gather into the earth. Bringing it all the way up. And as we exhale, let it settle into the belly. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's breathe in and raise up with our arms. And as we exhale, we're going to fold all the way forwards. Nice. To inhale, so I'll just show you from the side. We're going to open the chest, bend the knees, and feel lovely and spacious. And then as we exhale, we'll step back into a plank pose. So feel the body in one straight line as we push the floor away. Breathe in here and breathe out, come to the downward facing dog. Feeling nice and spacious. And then let the knees rest onto the ground. And then just come to sit down. We're coming towards the end of the session. I'm going to show you guys one pressure point which is really good for connecting with our yin and for grounding if we're feeling overwhelmed. So it's called spleen 6, and it's, if we think about the ankle joint to the inside of the leg, it's 3 finger widths towards the back of this malleolus, so the ankle joint. And it's kind of like in a channel you'll kind of feel between the 2 muscles. So see if you can feel that channel. 3 finger widths up, and just use your thumb to press into spleen 6. I hope that's the right number of this pressure point. I'm not 100% it's spleen 6, but it is on the spleen channel. So pushing in here, so physically but also kind of energetically. We can close our eyes and just allow this grounding quality of this pressure point to take effect. I'm going to take it on the other leg also. So this 3 finger widths up from the ankle bone. Let your breath be at its natural depth and pace. So push in here. Good, and we're going to lay down now and just take a Shavasana. Feel the body in one straight line. Let the feet just flop out to the sides, turning the palms up to the ceiling. So as you lay down onto the ground, just becoming aware of the parts of the body where there's contact with the ground, just feeling that. And maybe we'll take a sigh together. As we exhale, we relax the weight of the body into this holding, into this support of the ground. A nice deep inhale together. Exhale. And we'll just stay in stillness for a minute. And I will be ending this class. If you feel you want to lay down for a little bit longer, then feel free to lay down. And just from myself, Nikki, at Manchester Yoga Central, it's been a real pleasure to guide you through this practice, a real honour. And I hope that you're feeling a little more calm, a little more regulated. And enjoying the stillness right now, in this moment. The stillness in your body. The stillness in your mind. The spaciousness in your belly. And the support of the earth underneath you.